So we are back, and by the end of this episode, I really like to have three things completed. Number one, we do know that our end game is to reach the domination of the auto industry. Within 40 years, we've already passed by 5 years. We were building a lot of cash, but 5 years have gone, so it came at a price. But with steel available at the Jakarta seaport, this would be really valuable to have available because this will cut some corners for us. We don't have to go after iron ore, we don't have to go after coal and the industry itself. So that's pretty useful. And we also know that in Nice, we have silica, which at first glance doesn't seem very relevant to reach the auto industry. There is something to be said that if we can get steel used up at Jakarta to keep it available at the seaport over the long term, we can definitely use this with some other products, like electronic components, and get production of air conditioners up, refrigerators up. We also have aluminum at Jakarta available. And in the long term, even washing machines with glass, and glass is required for the auto industry, which will also require the silica, which makes it all the more interesting to have silica being consumed. So with that in mind, perhaps getting some electronic components made as well, consuming both steel and silicon and chemical minerals, which are all available. Well, silicon knowable. This will be available through the silica here at this port. So I think there's some production going on there, which could lead us towards what we would be considering our industry number 2, which would take us on the route towards towards home appliances, in one step towards auto industry. Now, the number 2 item that I would like to have is starting up our R&D centers for headache pills and cold pills. We do pay quite a hefty price to make up for this lack of quality. We're at 20 quality versus local competitors with 32 plus 25 brand. And this results in us charging $460 versus $740. That's quite the premium that they get to get over these benefits. I would like to have that. So if I can reach a quality of 55, that's an extra 35, which would make up for the 10 to 15 quality plus 25 in brand. I'll be charging up to 40% more. And the same goes for headache pills, 450 to 717 with a 26 brand and a 10 delta in quality. So that's very valuable. This is the third thing that I would like to have done by the end of this episode, is an optimization of our production. So today we are pretty capped out. Look at manufacture of headache pills. It's at 100% capacity. Cold pills all at 100% capacity. So a simple step that I could take would be to simply transform all this into cold pills, maximize this, give it a little bit more efficiency, duplicate this, and produce headache pills in that duplicate facility. Now, there is something to be said that perhaps I should produce this in a larger factory so I can increase the number of drugstores that I can have across the world. However, this is a good first step, right? This is not even the focus of our end game. So maybe introducing a drugstore in Jakarta to see how that goes. But this drugstore here is making a little bit of profit, even though we have a fantastic 93 index. And we are, of course, at that limitation, so I'll just go ahead and double these sales units. Perhaps put in a little bit of training and put here Imperium Pharma of Marseille. I don't expect to have more units in this city. So that's one, and then going back to Nice, let's start this duplication. So go into the factory, let's rename this to learn how to spell Imperium. We're going to do cold pills. Come in here, do the fantastic duplicate firm button right here, and rename this to Imperium Headache. Let's uniform this into headache pills as quickly as possible. Come here, make this go into cold pills. Eventually this will run out. You'll get the warning of our supply has been broken. And I can even, there we go. And I can even optimize this and cut these guys off. I know the sales units are pretty full capacity. So I'll just point them down there. This guy is also pretty comfortable. And here I'll do the same thing. So I don't need you. Direct these products downwards, get some X. And go into slower speed, go into each of our drugstores, headache pills, and redirect this towards a new industry. Next up, link, headache pills. Next up, link, headache pills. And that's that. So this is Imperium Pharma 1, pretty highly trained, level 876. I think I can pull this down, make a little bit more profit. Ideally, I could consider putting a little bit of branding. I'm very skeptical of losing a 7 level training. Maybe Marseille should do that. How's our levels here? Level 1, so I'll come in, purchase our headache pills here instead, throw that up. Put in an advertising unit. Link you, let's see, all owned by the government, that's good. Training price is 60 and $2, it seems pretty fair. Put a little bit of advertising. I'll want to come back here later and nullify that. As for the R&D centers, you know, looking at the Control W window, you have Jakarta with a real wage of 49, that's actually going up. So are the other cities. So I think Jakarta might be the best place to have our R&D centers. So let's start that. Seaport still haven't lost steel and aluminum, that's good. So let's put in our R&D centers. Let's go with this style here, why not? Far away, oh, get somewhere that's, this will cost some extra money for the land, it's not worth it. Guess we'll have to come down south. Where do we have some cheap land? Right down here. Okay, so start up with you. I have some user-defined models with 9 units, which is always the best. I will not train you yet, but I will begin with our cold pills. Cold pills. I would say 1 year progress for quick gains. Sounds fair. Can I duplicate this? I cannot. Curious. Go back to Jakarta, build up a new R&D center. Right there. Put in our library of 9 units. Make headache pills. 1 year. And that should help us with that gap. Now, with those set up, I need to start exploring my other options. So we have 3 Pharma units. How are our convenience centers going? We seem to be making a healthy profit. How are we doing the pricing? 45 is 47, that's fine. 45, 47 is fine. 47, 43, we do need to go down a little pricing here. Unfortunately. One more reason why I want to get rid of this business. And as for Marseille, we also have our Pharma store, but we do not have a convenience store. That's interesting. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But we're at 46 versus 40. Why not go up in prices and enjoy that fact? There we go. And Jakarta could use a drugstore as well. I don't see why not. So let's take a look at the land value. We're very concentrated here and quite spread out here in the commercial center. So let's go in and build up our drugstore. We have 72 for 5 million. That's quite a deal. Guess that's what you get for having it at a low earnings city. So go into purchasing, sales already. start up with anticipating that requirement of advertising. Headache and cold. Get these two going. Headache. Yeah, that's not gonna work. 50. We're still above cost, which is pretty good. 45 at 41. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And as for our headache pills, 53, that's quite high. More Jakartans, gotta have more headaches. Just like the real world pharma industry, maybe? I don't know. So that's 40, 54, 53. That will work. That'll get things working. Imperium Pharma. Jakarta, because I do not have intention right now to open more stores than that. Now, when we go back to Marseille, we are in the increase of our revenues. That's good. We are advertising. That's why our profits went grandly down. But we're already up to 10 in advertising our brand. Seems good to me. I'll take this down to 25. Does this make up for our quality? It does not. But I'll take those extra books just because I do need it. There we go, 14 million. Unfortunately, we are down in cash. Now for Jakarta, the next step is try to, oh, we lost aluminum there. We have steel, which is the most important. You also have silica here. So I think it's time to try and invest in something that uses that steel and the silica. So I'll probably see, should we begin? Let's see what we have here. Toys, chicken, nothing interesting. Iron ore, okay, so Marseille is really not that interesting. Should I produce glass here and send it overboard? Maybe. Let's do that. Let's make a medium factory. So we need only silica for this. So I'll just put in a production unit. There's actually a more efficient way when you only have one input. Just have the purchasing in the middle. Not very smart of me here with plastic. I spent 30,000, I think that's fine. I can actually put more here if I need. So I'll cancel you. Just to illustrate what I could do. So put in sales, put you up there, and you purchase from current city, silica, glass, put you up for sale. There we go, take it off internal sale, make it available for everybody to help me dilute these costs. Put you up to Imperium. Come on, Imperium. Less. Okay, so we got glass going. Perhaps I should do silica as well. Silicon, I'm sorry. There we go, silicon. Take off internal sales. Silica, because we're doing everything silica related. Now, when we go back to Jakarta, now we can start to consider producing electronic components to try to use up this steel. Now, for that, we will most definitely require some more funding. So I'm going to take another 30 million. And then we start producing factory steel. We're going to need electronic components. So electronic components, I think, can be a huge industry. A little bit cleaner. So we'll go with this look right here. And what this requires is when we go look at electronic components, chemical minerals, silicon, and steel. And the reason why I'm producing in Jakarta is because we have a lower real wage of 49. It's going up, yeah, sure, but Nice is 76 and Marseille is 73. I'm guessing that's worth the price. You'll find out. So we require 3 inputs. And we have 3 inputs. You want that classic 4 purchasing units. This one will be doubled here when I want 3 manufacturing units. I do not want that yet. So I'll bring in my manufacturing, my sales. Put you in here. I'm going to do that. So what do I most likely require more of? I want to double. We have to bring in wafers. It could be just 1. All cities Imperium. Bring in that silicon. This guy here, I'll probably bring in the steel. And the other one is the chemical minerals. The electronic components, there you go. Imperium Electronics Corporation. Internal sale, nope. Democratize this production. Because with this, my friends, 29 million, we can come in to produce our fantastic, marvelous air conditioners. I think one that goes down right here. 4 air conditioners. You want number 11? 13. Steel and electronic components, it's just 2. It's pretty cool. So we can come in with 2 purchasing units. One with our electronic components, one with steel manufacturing right here. And I'll come in with a sales unit right there. Oh, there you go. Air conditioners. Bring it up, make it available to everybody. And what else do we have? We also have more in the home appliances. We can do washing machines. We already have the glass. Refrigerator, we lost aluminum. That is a pity. Oh man, that almost broke my entire business if I didn't have glass. But I do have glass. So let's see. We do know that Nice is the special place to receive our air conditioners. So we do want home appliance apparel. No. Discount, convenience, automobile, electronics. Here we can sell home appliances. Footwear, lovely goods, computers, cosmetics, furniture, sports. That's a pity we can't do that. It's gonna have to be an electronics store. We have 24 million. Let's see what can we get in terms of traffic. We do have this level here. This group here is also interesting. 40. Oh, it's getting hotter here. 15 million. That's quite expensive. Wow, how that dropped though. 39. 24 for 10 million. Seems fair to me. So let's come in with the purchasing unit, sales unit. Link those two. Come in with my air conditioner. We do have a seaport. That's interesting. Let's see. Local competitors, 37, 13. I'm going to drop this a bit. Not very competitive at all. Hopefully we'll be making some money. And then I'll go back to Jakarta and start on my production of washing machines. Which has 80% tech. Air conditioner has 80% tech. These guys are highly reliant on technology. And I think I will require building my R&D for those electronic devices. Now, for this guy, let's rename this Imperium Pharma A Lab. Imperium Pharma B Lab. And I do know these guys are going to increase my profitability. I'm doing 9 million per year. That's pretty rough. I need more clients. I think it's too early to build up those other labs. Let me see, how am I doing with my credit limit? 35 million. This profit's going down. That's a problem. It's very important that these guys improve. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to do this. I think I'm going to be required to advertise these brands. Got a cleared stock. Boom. Link media 55, 51, 53. This guy seems like a better deal. Start advertising. That'll bleed some profitability. Let's see, how are you doing? Ooh, we're already in the profit zone? Not bad. So I'll give you another sales unit. Seems like you're deserving it. Good. And then, as for Marseille, how are we doing with our brands, products? We're advertising a little bit. Back into the profit zone. That's good. 42 to 43. We'll have to use a little bit of prices here. Not so much there. I think I can import those products here. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? Second product or second store? Quite the dilemma. Maybe I should open a store in Jakarta. Let me see. If I go to Nice, what's the loss that I have with these products just in freight? 91 plus 24. Ooh. Quite the cost. I can charge 24 less in Jakarta, but if you look at the local competitors, they're selling it for 278 here. Let's see. Okay, go to product details in Jakarta. 192, 282. Look at the difference in price between the cities. 278. Yeah, so that 20 bucks in freight that I save, it more than pays for itself. Which means that I can totally do that in Marseille. And it'll be better than opening a store in Jakarta. Although I do wonder if I should instead. It's a lot of money for my store. Oof, 10 minutes and 30, that's great. Do wonder if I should start my second product instead. Could also, of course, could sell those phones, right? Could make some extra dosh. I'm increasingly pressured to produce those R&D centers. Where are they coming from? RCA. Quite a lucky strike there. You're selling them for 281. That's not nice. 282. Take that. And I guess I should sell them in Nice as well, because Nice, high income city. $38 versus $29 already. Well, not bad. I could charge an extra few bucks for that. Seems like a good deal. Still in the profit zone. That's quite the relief. This guy here is losing a bit of cash because it's advertising. Let's decrease this and let's see what can we capitalize on. It's good, it's good. 39 versus 49. The difference that brands make, huh? 39 versus 40. Very good. And there we have it. Our first R&D project delivering. So cold pills, bringing it up to level 41, means that in Nice, our factory, which is selling at a quality of 18, now produces at a quality of 40. Look at the difference. 40. That is super important, because now as these products go over, perhaps I can actually terminate these projects. Cold pills. 2-year project. This would jump us up to 89. If we already saw all that progress, just that, I think it's worth it. Let's go headache pills, 2 years as well. And then slowly these products here will improve. Go up to speed 3, 30. See that? It was 18 to 30. We give one more notch. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 36. There we go. Okay, so we're increasing the quality versus 39. I can totally increase these prices now. 618 versus 729. Isn't that quite the progress? It's from Marseille. 37 quality. It's 25. We're already progressing pretty well. 575. More. 6. A little bit less. 649 versus 688. Not bad. And in Jakarta, 591, 431. I could totally go up. Not that much. It is Jakarta, right? 43 is 44. No, not yet. 44. Okay, I think it's fair. Oh, almost on par. And then we still have this boy. 40 versus 23. 56 versus 39. Whew. You can actually go over 727. Got 770 and better. I'm happy. Let's increase you. 43 on 43. I think that's good. Also above the price. In here, 56. A little bit more sensitive to price here. But there you go. 461, 531. Still have a little bit more to go. But we're improving. Have we any other clients here? No, we do not. What about here? No, we do not, but we can start looking towards R&D of our electronics. I think that's important. because not the electronic components, but the home appliances. And if you look here, we're actually, so who are our customers? Ourselves, of course. And we have Imperium Store 1 in Nice, Imperium Electro Marseille, that's what we were named. Imperium Electro Nice. And what do we have here? Excess demand, actually a lack of supply. It's interesting. And if you go to Marseille, you're not selling in Jakarta. Okay. Here we also have a lack of supply. That's interesting. Use supplier, supplier. We do need to manufacture more. We can totally do that. Put in some training. I think I have a feeling that it's worth going for the 3rd level. Double sales? Sure, why not? Let's fill up the training. It's required. Put up some more production. Sure, keep it at that. I think it's time to go towards the washing machines. So when we look at our profits, we're at 1997. 2 more years have passed, but we have 14 million in profit, 12 million in cash. Unfortunately, our debt is still high, but we can capture more. Start our washing machine business, which will definitely be worth it. So let's start. We have this style factory. I think we should go for washing machine. Probably this style. I mean, it's not that much of a dirty business as much as petrochem, for example. Now, for these guys, we have 3 inputs. 3 inputs. So for 3 inputs, we need actually 4 purchasing if you want 3 manufacturing. I'll start with just 2 manufacturing. I'm already being aggressive here, predicting that we will require, we'll be actually overwhelmed by the sales. Hopefully. Now, what do I want to bring in here? Expensive components? I'll double up on electronic components, why not? I want glass and I want steel. Washing machine, perfect. They're the same ingredients for a camera. It's interesting, but I'm not. Ooh, no, don't. Clear. Washing machine, that's more like it. Internal sale, not required. I may cut them off later. Let's do this. Imperium Washers Industry. Okay, Jakarta set up. Let's go to Nice. Very simple step here. Put those washing machines in, and I know for a fact the local competitor is like 336 at a 35 rating. I'm gonna have to go down. Oof, almost 228. Subpar price for subpar product for now. Let's go on. Get these products up for sale in the city of Marseille. There we go. Whew. You really had to go down here, huh? Almost at cost, man. Why is it so disproportionate? Brand. Okay. It's pretty clear. 21 million. Have all the conditions necessary to begin. Cannot duplicate labs for some reason. Oh, there we go. Duplicate firm. Set this up. That's a full stacker. I already have that set up. zero this in. I think I'll start out with the air conditioner for a 1-year project. Imperium Electronics Lab A. Locate firm. Duplicate firm. That's this hidden button. There you go. Imperium Electronics Lab B. Producing washing machines for 1 year. I'm hopeful. And these guys are starting up. Let's see, how's our profit? 21 million. I can totally take a step up here. I like to have my lab at full training, but you need to be reasonable. Our electronics will eventually want to be upgraded. If we look at the components, it's 10% only. It's not that important. 80% production tech. Oh man, I really want that tech. So I know for a fact that technology, when it's like this, 80 to 20, components don't really matter, especially if you go down and think about like what's chemical minerals. 10% of those 10%, like it's only 20%. That's like 0.5% of importance. So I'm not gonna worry about that. So there we go. We've got our 4 labs set up, doing air conditioners and washing machines. Our industries are actually in the profit, so that's interesting. Electronic components is not. That's normal, at least for the beginning, as you do not have that much of an ecosystem depending on it. You lost your aluminum supply. That is sad. You won't be able to produce refrigerators. Let's take a look around. We have in Marseille our 2 stores, our drugstore, clearly in the profits. That's nice. I'll have to balance these prices out eventually. Then we have our electronics store, also in the profit zone. Very nice. Our phones are actually government supplied. We are losing to radio flu. Oh, I have to think about what to do about that later. But in Nice, most importantly, we have our electronics store, very widely in the profit zone, 500 million. That's pretty good for a business that's just starting. Washing machines are just starting. We have a competitor to sell these phones. That's not nice. We're actually very under in these qualities. But in the pharma industry, it's a healthy profit. Our Imperium Mart 760, Imperium Mart 480 profit. Those are businesses that I would really like to sell. That's interesting. So when I go to Jakarta, I actually had nothing being sold. Oh, I have a Pharma. Okay, that's good. So what I think I'll be doing next is taking up a recap, perhaps considering our master plan. You want to perhaps enter media. I got industry in drugs. I got industry in home appliances. Media might be the next step. But I also have that basic convenience store retail that's there. It's cashing in some bucks, but I might want to spin it off, which is another step that I'm considering. So that's it. That's the next step of our Cap Lab Capricious College of Capitalism Creative Contributions Compendium. Nice.